Hello everyone. I wanted to do a quick episode here. I'm gonna try to actually keep this a little short. Basically, it has to do about fleets and whether or not whether or not they're worth it. One, if you join a fleet, you're gonna have your ups and downs with it. There'll be times when they're super, active. There'll be times when they're a little slow. They'll have, they'll have their times, places. I mean, one of the main reasons I was wanted to make this one is because I'm not sure if new players will really understand the benefits of joining a fleet right off the bat and not know what they're missing if they don't aren't really sort of brought up to speed ahead of time. Yes, you can create your own, but that's a lot of work. But I'll be honest, it's really a team effort. It's worth going into it with someone else in charge. And what's beneficial there is that someone else is going to put in the time to make sure to keep the group going and things like that. So uh, without further ado, I'm just going to sort of go over some of the different uh, you know uh, fleets options here. Whether or not you're whatever faction you're in, you can join a fleet. The one particular one I'm a part of is House of Aries. It's gone through a couple of different you know uh, iterations, active, slow, all kinds of stuff. But ultimately, there's always stuff available, and so I'm always able to find someone that can, help me out whenever I need it. So in that sense, yes, there's good communication there. So if you're never able to get a hold of someone, or if you ever need anything and someone's not on, that might be a sign that you need to maybe find a more active, fleet. But ultimately, I've always been able to find someone. But there's different types of, fleet holdings. The one of the what a fleet has, what their kind of property is, and one of them here is like a star base. Another one's the lithium mine, embassy, research lab, and spire, and basically there's a lot of benefits to this. Most of them are found within the fleet holdings themselves. You can actually go and visit these facilities. And what's nice is you can actually buy certain things that you can't buy anywhere else. And that's what fleet credits are good for, is to use those fleet credits to purchase things like ships and, uh, uh, different items like, weapons and consoles and things of that nature that you just can't find anywhere else. And usually there's a little bit of the lithium attached to them as well, but really, you know, uh, especially if you're not one to just grind it out or anything like that, it's a great place to find a few things that you just can't find anywhere else. And basically, there's each different place, and as it sees there, these are the different properties right here. As they run, they basically have different projects that are going on that contribute to. And yes, this does cost money to do, but when you contribute to something like, for instance, this one needs shield generators. So you just go to your replicator, you just purchase what's needed, replicate. I'll just purchase 250 of them, and contribute. And for each thing that you contribute, you get a lot of you get fleet credits for that. So, and when you do this, and as you can see, other people have already contributed. Some of these things are the hard parts, like the dilithium and things like that, and people need to contribute, or duty officers, things of that nature. These are the things that need to happen so that they can move forward. So, and these are just areas that the you know if you join a fleet can be really helpful. So, and each one's usually running something, and sometimes there's special events during the different events and things of that nature. So, um, but let's see here. Main thing I wanted to sort of go over was the fact that you know there's a lot to be said about the group that you were going to be you can work with, and how they can help you work through things. Um, The other thing is I did want to show you some of the, you know, kind of physical benefits. Those are, by participating in that, you get the fleet credits. But one of the things is, you know, I'm not going to go and visit each, facility right now. I might do that in another episode. But let's see, get a new starship. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pull up fleets, ships here. And all these are fleet ships, but you have to be in a fleet to get one. The one key thing here is that you do need to get, like, let's say, fleet modules, and those are only available in the C store. So if you want to get one of these things, you need the fleet credits, plus you need those these ship modules. So when you're contributing to all those fleet credits, you're getting all these credits that you can purchase a ship or something like that. So very beneficial. So and what's nice is these ships, if memory serves correctly, they get you a card as well. So if you're using the Admiralty system over here, if memory serves, you should get, a ship for it. But I'll have to, double check that. But it's been a while since I've purchased a fleet ship. But pretty much anytime you get a ship, it's usually giving people out, benefits, a lot of side benefits with it, just like that. So, but as you can see, really useful. And on top of that, when you by joining a fleet, you also get other benefits like related to your bank, and actually sometimes the outfits. So I don't know if you specifically are interested in uh, the clothing people wear, but it gives you benefits there too. But as far as the bank goes, if you click on the fleet bank, you have access. So like for me, I have a withdrawal limit of 5. So anything usually in this arena right here, depending upon your fleet, I have access to. I can withdraw 5 of whatever I want on like a daily basis. So, and they do that so that someone can't just come along and clean out the bank or anything like that, because these things are here for new players. If they need it, they can grab it. If you want to build, or you don't want to spend a few $100,000 on you know a console here, you can usually pick it up here. These things are usually more difficult to get a hold of. You can usually talk to someone, see if you can get some stuff, which would be considered super loot. But really beneficial there. And let me see, bank. I don't think it's in there, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But basically, you get, access to, a lot of, free stuff that you would probably have to pay for otherwise. And whenever you pull up, or visit your tailor, basically it gets you an additional, um, slot for, clothing. So, and they even state that it's, for, you know, because of the fleet relationship. So, like I forget exactly what mine one was called, but uh, I don't think I actually have one listed out there. But basically, it's only it opens up an additional slot just because you're part of a fleet. So, and there's some additional things in there, like I think if your fleet creates a special badge, you can actually put that badge on your person. So, um, so if you want to show up on, like, let's say your ship or your clothing, you can do that instead of, let's say, your emblem right here. So you can put the what do you call it, the uh, what's it called? Instead of using the Starfleet symbol, you can have your fleet logo. So, but ultimately, like I said, just wanted to do something quick here, real quick on that. It's nothing too in depth. Basically, is it worth it? Yes. There's a lot of free stuff that can go along with it. You got a group of people that will usually walk you through things and give you any input that you might need. And basically, just a great place to start. So as soon as you get the opportunity to join a fleet, I would definitely suggest it. But part of it is definitely submitting to uh, you know giving back to the group, and that's through those, fleet options. So when you pull this up, it's like pull it up every once in a while, see if there's, any contributions that are needed. So the most difficult thing to do is these experience, dilithium, and fleet marks. Those are the ones people are going to be a little, um, how do I say it? They're going to be very, cautious on that. People aren't going to want to give these as well. But these, if you've got the extra credits to spare, throw them in there. Like if it were up to me right now, I'd go ahead and fill these up. But at the moment, I just don't have the time at the moment. But I'll come back in here later and fill them up. But the other things that are more difficult is those duty officers, because the duty officers are actually worth a little bit of money. But the thing is any white, duty officers, just contribute it in here because those are really difficult to find. So, but anyway, but that's all I really wanted to cover right now. Wanted to keep it a little short. Um, if y'all got any input on this, you got any feedback, feel free to leave any notes in the description down below, so comments and whatnot. So um, I will talk to y'all later. Lord willing, see y'all later.